Well, good evening, my lovelies. And I should begin by apologizing for dragging some of you from a far superior live stream to come and listen to and watch this one. So I do apologize for that. But that notwithstanding, I would like to wish you all a very warm, wibbly wobbly, willy waving welcome to Wednesday Night Live. It is the Hump Day live stream, darlings, and we are going to spend the next hour in each other's company. And trust me, it's going to be fantastic. And we are going to wave away Wednesday and we're going to welcome in Thursday in our inimitable fashion, my beautiful little extra large bowls of curry sauce. Oh, I'd like to take your lids off and lick them. I really would. So, over the space of the next hour, then all of the normal rubbish, really. How's your day been? What have you been eating? Obviously, the old community snap, snap. God knows what else will come up after last night. I'm still trying to recover from last bloody night. There's going to be some live unboxing because two of you fantastic people have sent things. Don't know what they are yet. We're going to find out. And things not just for me. I have been pre-warned that there are some things for Little Lemon in one of them. So that's going to be a joyful voyage of discovery, isn't it? What else have we got? We have got, well, we will have when I get them, because I'm being supremely unprofessional here. I was too busy enjoying Emma's live stream.
Siri here. Let me know if I can help.
I will do, Siri. Thanks so much, darling. That's very kind and helpful of you.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I am trying to do a live stream at the moment. If you wouldn't mind, just thank you. I know you're trying to help, but there we are. Yeah, I'd have happily let Emma carry on, and I would have had a night off, darlings, and joined in the old chat, or buggered off to bed, or possibly abused myself. No, don't say that. Don't say that. People will believe you. What was I saying? Yeah, you can leave me a voice note on the community portable electric telephone. There is Sean's box, which is going to be duly pounded, although I might actually have to swap. I need some pound coins. I might have to swap some of them for a note. The Hedgehog of Truth is here if you would care to ask a Hedgehog of Truth question. But I'm going to begin. Oh, well, I should give you the official new greeting, shouldn't I? Hello, good evening, and bollocks. But I'm going to begin, before I have my slurp of wine, by, again, asking each and every one of you, how you doing today? How you doing? And as I say, you can ignore that, or you can give a polite, oh, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? Or tell us how you're doing today. Has it been a good day, a bad day, an indifferent day? Do you need a fluff? As I'm learning all sorts. That's one of the things I learned last night, what a fluffer is. I'm not convinced that's correct. I think that's an alternative meaning, because I'm sure that there was something else before it had that disgusting connotation. But there we are. Yeah. How are you all doing today? Simply that. And then I'm going to have a sip of my wine, and I'm going to jump into the comments. I've got some other things to speak to you about, except I might not do it. I might just tell you, watch tomorrow's video, especially the last bit. We'll see how we go. Right then, darlings. Before I dive into your comments, which are, of course, the veritable meat and potatoes of this Jubilee pancake that we make together on a nightly basis, darlings. And don't we do it well? Haven't we gelled ourselves into the most wonderful, delicious, delightful, and just generally splendiferous little community? I am incredibly proud of us, and I'm incredibly grateful to be part of it. the voice notes are starting to ping in. Chef Daniel has just become a channel member, and I didn't know you'd left, my dear chap. I didn't know you'd left, but uh, welcome back anyway. Right. Wine and comments are what it's going to all be about for a little while. Here we go. Ooh. So good. So good. Oh, and I'll quickly give you my food news in case there's a community snap. I had for lunch. I say. Oh, that was a cheeky one, darlings, but very welcome nonetheless. I had for lunch the leftover chicken. I had exactly what I told you I was going to have. I had leftover chicken drumsticks. I had buttery mashed potato, and I had a spicy and boozy Cajun gravy. And I'm here to tell you it was just utterly fantastic. Now then, first cab off the rank, Carol C. Hello, Boaty and all the community. Checking in and now checking out to go over to the Emma Lemon live stream starting at 10 p.m. I will be back. I have liked and subscribed. As I always have a good time. Please, everybody, press that thumbs up. And Peter P is with us. Good evening, honourable community and Boaty. Paulie Galtieri is here. Good evening, Boaty. Matron is here. Evening all again. 69 Fouquet is with us. Did I hope to Hogwarts successful? I've got no idea what that means, 69. Well, hello, everybody, says Emma Lemon, long time no see. And then says, ha ha. Or perhaps she just went like that, and she just had to write that down in some way. We'll just have to imagine, won't we? Use your imaginations. Hopped over, lol, says 69. Batman Ruben is with us. Evening, Muddy Tuckers. Loving the various names, Peter says matron. John Stoodley is with us. Good evening, Boaty, and all in chat. Right, I spoke, while I think about it, spoke quickly to Neil and Soph tonight. Neil's been going through the mill. He lost somebody very close to him. Today was the funeral. Sophie is wonderful person that she is just being there for him, and they're just a little bit all over the place. So they miss the lives, they miss you guys, they send their love and regards. They've just, and I said, that's cool, that's absolutely cool. We'll all be here for you if and when you need us, so they are okay. They have been going through it a little bit. Good evening, all, says Bad Books. Carol C says, here again, like a bad penny or a bad smell. Delete as appropriate. Oh, hello. Carol Ann, my clothes will fall off in a moment, is here with us. Evenings, says she. Well done, Emma, and well done you on being awake at whatever time it is, 6 minutes past 11. You never do it for me, do you? Do it for Monday night. Emma's here. Yes, I'll stay up. I'll be wrecked tomorrow, but I'll stay up. Wednesday night, Emma's on, so yes, I'll stay up. Oh dear. Rue de Mirand land. Well, yes, indeed, that's a reference to my sign there. One of my, I imagine we're all the same. I like to have little aide-memoirs, as the French say, around my home environment. Little nods to jerk my memory into happy times from time gone by. And as I've said many times, I am a massive Francophile. I adore France. I love the French. I love the food. I love the culture. I certainly love the wine. I love the people. And I love the language, and I'm always delighted to have anything vaguely French around me. I've spent a hell of a lot of time in France. I used to spend half of my year there. I did live permanently in gay Paris, lovely Paris. Um, and I like those things. It's a bit like Italy. I've also got a massive love affair with Italy. I, again, it's a beautiful country. The skiing is excellent. There are some fantastic roads. I love the Italian attitude to certain things. I love the Italian I have to say, joie de vivre, although that is obviously a French phrase rather than an Italian one. God knows, I adore Italian food, particularly rustic peasant food, which I love to eat and I love to cook. Haven't done it enough lately. I can't, yeah, I need to get back. I used to cook a lot of Italian food. Certainly, when I was married, the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty was rather a fan. And then I seem to have moved away from that since then, most latterly, of course. I mean, I went a year when Chinese Madam was in residence of eating nothing but Chinese food and learning how to cook um, peasant Chinese food and street Chinese food, which I'm delighted I learned how to do because I do enjoy it. But I should get back to cooking Italian. And yeah, I've got a massive affinity with Italy. Uh, I love the food. I love the wine. I really love the music. I'm a huge opera fan, as I think most of you know. And my go-to operas are all very, very much Italian. Uh, and I love the language. I love the fact that you can say things in Italian that you literally can't say in any other language. The words don't exist. Vedi amare quanto hello? Vedi amare quanto bello, spera tanto sentimentale, specie della mandorla e danata. Ritorni a tutti gli anni, sempre alla stessa data, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, things around the house, nods to the things that you've done. Because honestly, at the age I am now, and the fact that I've been a bit stuck in the mud for the most recent few years, then I look back or I think back at the things I've done, the places I've lived, the memories I've got, and I think, well, that's almost like a different life. Actually, it does feel like an entirely different life. And if I've got little things, just little things that are little triggers to remind me that, yeah, this did happen. And yeah, and I love having those things around me. And I love it when they pop up on Facebook memories. It's a wonderful thing. I'm a big fan. Of course, it used to be Time Hop before that, before Facebook did their own version of it. I love seeing what I was doing 14 years ago, or how things have changed. And I love it when that great thing when you go through a drawer or something like that and you find something that just brings back a memory. Like I found my photo albums. I wasn't looking for them and I hadn't lost them. They were somewhere. But I found my photo albums from when I lived in Ukraine just a couple of days ago. So I sat down and had a flick through them. And that was like, oh God, yeah, I did that. I actually did that. I know I tell the highlight stories about, the night that I was, the night that I had the run in with the mafia and ended up running naked around Kyiv City Square. But there's other stuff as well, and it's nice just to be reminded that you spent a load of time somewhere and you did it with this person, and it was really good. And you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just nice to have things around you in your current place and time that are just nods to the things that you've done in the past. Just yeah, just that really, just little nods. Ram's just like my Facebook post. Oh, that's nice. Right, where did I get to? Oh, yes, Diane Sturdy is here, says, good evening, lovely people. I'm not. Don't go there, matron. Don't go there. I'm not going there again. I can't cope. I can't cope. Not after last night. Yeah, poorly. I'm not even reading it out. Greetings, honourable community, says Alan Simpson, and the creator of both Gladys and Doris Clack himself. Yeah, guilty as charged, Your Honour. I've just watched Mustard's latest video, says John. A sad day for Stigbert, but he's going to a great home. Yeah, I don't know anything about the video. Obviously, I know what's happened, and Stigbert's new owner has been in touch with me today. We are now Facebook friends, and he sent me a message with some pictures of Stigbert, and we had a bit of a chat, and he told me his plans. And I told him how delighted I was with the news that he was taking Stigbert on. And I told him that I couldn't have wished for a better home. There is some sad news that, and I apologise if this is a spoiler alert for one of Mustard's videos, but I've been speaking to Mustard today. He rang me as soon as this happened. And very, very sadly, Sheeson broke and broke really quite badly, as in potentially terminally badly. So that's really, really sad. I mean, it's sad on several levels. It's obviously sad for Mustard because the deal that we did will not now be as financially sweet as it would have been. But above all, it's sad for Sheeson. You know that of all the fleet, Sheeson was the one I had the biggest emotional bond to, because, you know, again, we're talking about aide memoirs. Well, of course, Sheeson was Chinese Madam's car. So Sheeson was like not a living, breathing, but, you know, a very real chunk of that time in my life. That absolute, and when I look back, what an insane year that was. What an absolutely insane year. I probably still haven't, in the old mind box, I probably still haven't fully processed everything that happened that year and fully made sense of it. I think I've said this before, but looking back, I think I could have dealt with it a lot better than I did. Now, and that I say that for Chinese Madam's benefit, rather than mine, because she was the one who ended up heartbroken, and you know that's probably a guilt that's going to stick with me forever, really. You know, I think you get to a certain age, and the things that are instilled in you and instilled in your psyche, they're probably not going to disappear anywhere. So, and you know, everybody's life is filled with pleasures, joys, and tinged with sadness and occasional regret. And probably up until the day that I turn my face to the wall, I will have a bit of guilt over the Chinese madam thing. And yeah, looking back in the harshest of hindsight, then I should have either not allowed it to start, and I did fight it, but maybe I should have just not allowed it to start, or having allowed it to start, I should have dealt with it differently so it had a better chance of success. But there you go. I mean, I don't know where she's at now. We're a couple of years on now, aren't we? Maybe maybe she's completely happy now, and maybe the anger and upset and heartbreak, maybe that's all a thing of the past. I mean, naturally, I'm not going to know because uh, obviously she doesn't speak to me. She was so angry with me and so heartbroken that we were never going to be friends after I booted her out. Now she did stay in touch with Gopi, um, who who she was very close to, and it was Gopi that kind of more than anybody else who helped her get what she wanted, as in me and this and Windy Bum and everything. Um, but of course, I'm not close with Gopi anymore, which is a great sadness. We were close like brothers. And because there was a fallout with the partnership structure in the restaurant, he kind of fell out with us big style. So even though there's never been a personal falling out with me and Gopi, and I was invited to his daughter's engagement party a couple of weeks ago, if you remember. There certainly isn't that closeness, whereas we used to be closer than close. So I don't get. So initially, after the Chinese Madam ending thing, I used to get information through Gopi because she was still speaking to him. But I don't even get that now. Probably a good thing, but that little bit of guilt will be there. Yeah, a live unboxing, says Emmett. There will be. I've got, well, one's an unboxing, one is an unbagging. This one has come all the way from Finland, and this one has come all the way from north of Umberland. So, yeah, we've got that to get on to. I'll tell you what, we'll have some, we'll just play the voice notes that have come in. And then I will crack on. Here we go. There are 4 of them, darlings, for your delectation and delight. Here you go.
Hello, Mr. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. And hello to Mrs. Titties if she's watching. Hello to the captain. Hello to Tracy, Mrs. Greenwood. And also, all right, sir, why don't we change a note live on camera then, sir? Change some coins into a note live on camera, please.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parry from Porcelain at the Will. And have you managed to get together, sir, after last night?
Only just.
When Emma said that thing and I sent you that message?
Yeah, and Emma sent me a picture as well. Yeah.
Anyway, no problem, sir. Did you manage to also get the phone number from the Peugeot, sir?
It's on tomorrow's video.
The thing I showed you. Your code. Sorry, I forgot the most important thing. Can we all swat the like button, please, for our Reverend Boaty?
Yes, please.
Also, real name is Jason. Thank you very much. Bollocks, 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 sir. All right, chappy and ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir. I had steak pie, mash, and peas and gravy, sir.
Oh.
And for the snack, I kind of splashed out today, sir. I had toast for breakfast, and an hour later, I had a bacon butty, sir.
Oh, well, you did say you were going to. And
with
snap on the mash and gravy.
I hope everybody else is well in the chat. My day's been fine. And also, hello to Mrs. Ice Queen, the ice bath lady, which is Boaty's lady. He has to marry her. But you know what our Boaty's like. He asked every lady to marry him. Anyway, thank you very much. That's nice to see the ice lady on the chat.
Right, please don't call her.
This is from Mr. Parry, Caroline. Thank you. I enjoy watching your videos. I enjoyed watching the recent one you did with your camper van. Sorry I failed the MOT.
2 things to take from that most recent one. Please don't call her the Ice Lady, because that is far too close to the Ice Maiden, who was a very different lady indeed, and we don't want to go there again. Some of you know the story about the Ice Maiden. I know a lot of you love the story about the Ice Maiden. Me, not so much. I don't come out of it so well, do I? So, yeah, let's not go there. And equally, I do not ask every woman to marry me. I've asked 3 in, how old am I? I'm 74 years old, and I've asked 3. No, that's not true, is it? No, it's not. Okay, well, it's been a few, but it's not been every one. And I've only asked 3 in the last 15 or 20 years. So that's not every woman by any stretch of the imagination. I proposed to Boo, didn't I, on her significant birthday. And yeah, we got engaged and all of that. And then I proposed to Bernard. You all know about that. Anyway, that's enough about proposals. No, possibly about it, says Carl, but I don't know what that's in relation to. Where did I get to? Prawn salad for dinner, says Bad Books, and pork loins and vegetables for tea. Andrew Buttigieg joined us and welcomed everybody, or said hello to everybody, or greeted them by name. Live unboxing. Wonder what that is, Emma, says Chaz Brown. Evening, Chaz. Most days above ground a good day, says Carl. Well, that's absolutely right. I don't want to jinx it, says Emma, but I've had a pretty good day today, considerably. Still got the heavy stress issue, but there have been some positive moments too, and I'll take that. So thank you, Emma, and I'm glad about that. You know, touch wood, things improve. Alan says, I'm doing just grand. Thank you for asking. How are you, sir? I'm grand too, Alan. Yeah, everything's fine today. Everything's absolutely fine. Hedgehog of Truth. Do you, the hedgehog, have a love interest? Asked Alan. Well, I'll leave that to the Hedgehog of Truth there. Any news on the B&B? Says Jimmy F500. Yes, big news. And I'm not going to have time to do it tonight. It's all on the video. Watch tomorrow's video, darlings, and let me know what you think. I'm doing grand. Thank you for asking, says Carol C. How about yourself? I'm a grand. I'm a grand. I'm grand. 69 says, I was a bit fed up. The quack warned me it would be Debbie before I got used to the new meds. Right, I think we can work that out. I had my card cloned, apparently, says Chef Daniel. I enjoyed a lovely meal in Paris. Oh, sorry to hear that. Thank you for coming back to the channel membership fold. I do greatly appreciate it. I had quite a good day, says Matron. 5-hour phone call with an ex who I used to live with that I've not spoken to for 16 years, and then a roast chicken dinner. Have the O'Reilly builders turned up today? Asked Bad Books. Watch the video tomorrow. Honestly, if I started telling you about it now, that would be the end of this live stream, because I would still be talking about it when it was time to go. So it's best I don't. Watch the video tomorrow, and please give me your reactions to it. What you think's going to happen next? What you think we should do? All of that sort of thing. Dinner, says Carol C, was a lemongrass spicy pork kebab with Sarah sauce. I don't know what that is. Salad and potato wedges. Oh, it was satay sauce, not Sarah sauce. Hello, rocket launcher, says Mustard. I porked Boaty's noodles again today, says Emma. Quick, easy, and very tasty. That's me, darlings. Quick, easy, and very tasty. Thoughts to Neil and Sophie, says John. That's kind. They will appreciate that. Got to support the girls, says Carol Ann. My clothes will fall off in a moment. excellent channel, by the way. Do click on it and join and subscribe and watch the videos and enjoy them. If you enjoy renovation of motorhomes and caravans, then you will enjoy it. If you enjoy the scenic splendour of Snowdonia and other areas of North Wales and other areas of England, you will enjoy it. And I can't say that. And if you're male, you will enjoy it. I'll just say that. We've got another voice note for you, darlings. Spoiling you tonight.
Yes, it's true. Boaty's not asked everyone to marry him. He may ask me, but I'm his bestie. Bestie with a beard. I know if I was a lady, he'd be asking me every week. And you know what? I would say no. Because, quite simply, it would spoil our friendship. Because he's an ugly cunt.
Oh dear. Oh, my best friend there, darlings. My bestie with a beard. I quite like that. We were wondering, says Carol C, if you had stilts or a logo stick as a child. Right. Pogo, not logo, she goes on. I'm guessing these might be references to things that were said in Emma's live stream that I didn't watch. I wasn't able to. I was at work. I was at work. But I can tell you that no, I didn't have stilts as a child or a pogo stick. I didn't have many toys or anything when I was a kid. It wasn't that kind of a childhood, to be honest. I mean, it sounds a bit Dickensian when I think about it. But if you think about it, I didn't have much room for a childhood. My very earliest childhood revolved around tragedy and abuse, in terms of losing siblings, losing Mark. You all know about the abuse, blah, blah, blah. And then, bear in mind that by the age of 7, it had been decided that I was going to be this amazing, world-beating athletic phenomenon. And so from the age of 7, I was being prepared for that. And I was put, whether I liked it or not, into what was effectively full-time training. I was being pushed at school at around that age because I'd been singled out as allegedly, and I know you'll laugh at this, allegedly being incredibly gifted intellectually. So I was being pushed down various avenues there, or I was being put through hoops and tests and IQ tests and this, that, and the other. And my parents were being pushed to allow them to send me down certain routes. And then by the age of 11, I think I was 11 when Mum kind of went. She didn't go, but she got a job that meant that she wasn't at home apart from every other Saturday and Sunday. And of course, my dad wasn't a functional human being in many ways. So at the age of 11, I was running the house in terms of cleaning, laundry, cooking, all of that sort of thing. So I never really had chance to have a childhood and do the stilts and pogo sticks. I was either doing something academic or I was training from my athletic career. And then from the age of whatever I was, I think I was 9 when I started actually competing. And that ran through all of my childhood, my adolescence, um, teenage years, all of that. So I didn't do any of the normal stuff. I didn't do the toys thing. I didn't do everything that you lot probably did when you were children or teenagers or adolescents or whatever. I didn't do any of that. I was running, I was either, I was running a house, I was dealing with an entirely dysfunctional father, or I was doing something academic, or I was training, or I was racing. And, there weren't enough hours in the day to do all of that, let alone try and add in doing like fun stuff with pogo sticks or anything else. Like I say, it sounds a bit Dickensian. It wasn't like that at the time. I was absolutely fine with it. It's only looking back you think, well, that was a bit. My grandparents were the people that saw it. And when I say my grandparents, I only had one set of grandparents. The reasons why. And they were all for me being taken into care. They reported to the whatever they were called, the social services, whatever. Many times, they came to stay, and they saw that I was 11 years old. I was coming home from school, I was training, and then I was doing the laundry, I was cooking my own meals, and doing all of that sort of thing. And they were absolutely outraged and called all sorts of people. And but that was my normality, that was my reality, that was my life. And honestly, I was okay with it. You don't know when you're a kid, do you? I didn't know that I was missing out on kids things or teenage things or anything like that. You only think about that afterwards. And you're a kid, you just you don't have that insight, you don't have that questioning. You just think, well, this is my life, and you deal with it. And it wasn't like entirely negative. I don't know if I was born with a massively competitive streak, or if that was instilled in me because I was shoved into competition when I was so young. But either way, it well and truly took hold. So as soon as I was put into competitive situations, then believe me, no matter how bad other people might have said my life was, or how inappropriate you might think that it was now, looking back, if I won a race, I didn't give an arse about any of that. And I assure you, I won most of them. Most of them. I didn't really. No, there's another life lesson, isn't it? How to deal with losing. I didn't have to deal with losing for a long time. You do jumps up in levels. So and there are various kinds. So you can, if you go from being, for example, if you go from being a schoolboy to a juvenile, or from a juvenile to a junior, then you go from being at the top of one band to being at the very bottom of another. But, he said modestly, I was good enough that I could, when I jumped into one of those new bands, chronological bands, I was good enough that I'd still be winning. The times when I had to learn how to lose or how to deal with losing or anything like that was when you jumped in bands of standards. So if you went from competing nationally, like within the UK, to competing internationally in Europe, and then another jump when you go from competing in Europe to competing worldwide, and that sort of thing. And even then, when you lose, I can't speak for every sportsman in the world, but I can speak for me. And you don't learn how to lose. You don't learn how to deal with losing. You learn that you don't want to lose. And what you learn is how not to lose. You learn how to win. And if you're in that situation, then take it from me. Your life runs its own course because it just revolves around that. It revolves around competing and doing whatever you need to do in order to not lose. Any great athlete will tell you the same thing. I'm not saying I was a great athlete, by the way. I'm just telling you that any great athlete will tell you the same thing. Personal friends of mine, Graham O'Brien, some of you might know him as the Flying Scotsman. Who else? Well, not personal friends of mine, but people like Mike Tyson, who's in the news at the moment. He's fighting, 58 years old. He's fighting on Friday night. Who else did I think of immediately? Bernardino. Many, many people. They will tell you that the Reg Harris, he's the ultimate one. They will tell you that the drive is not to win. The drive, what drives you, is not being willing to lose. Because, it's going to sound weird. When you win, you don't get euphoria or not much euphoria. You get relief. You don't get the incredible joy, I've won. You just get the relief. Thank God I didn't lose. And if you don't win, then you get the crushing bitterness of the knowledge that you have lost. I've told you this before. Reg Harris never used to keep his silver medals in world or Olympic championships because they were just a reminder that he lost. So they would go. He would have to accept them on the podium, and then they would be immediately discarded, given away. Because, as he used to say, who would want a reminder that you lost? And that's what a silver medal is. Now, and that's the difference between the two true greats and the rest of us. Many people, if they could be the second best in the world at something, that would be a massive achievement for them. If you're a great, then being second best in the whole world, a world full of billions of people, and you are the second best, it's only a reminder that you lost, you were beaten. And if you have that mindset, then that is untenable. You can't deal with it. You can't cope with it. So, you don't learn how to lose. You learn how to not lose. Are you in the hospitality industry, Boaty asks 69? Yeah, partially, I suppose. I run a restaurant, so yeah, hospitality industry. Ah, yes, Boaty, says Emma. I kind of promised you would make a video of you bouncing on a pogo stick in your swimwear. Carol Ann is up for it too. Really? Really? You mean she's up for watching me doing it or doing it herself? Nobody wants to see a picture of me bouncing on a pogo stick in my swimwear, do they? Do they? Well, if you guarantee I'll earn £30 from the video, I'll do it. I'll do anything for £30. What kind of live stream did you have where you've decided that people should make videos of bouncing on a pogo stick in your swimwear? Oh, God. Excuse me for a moment while I just imagine Carol Ann bouncing on a pogo stick in her swimwear. Oh. Sorry for that extended pause. I was just trying to decide if I would rather be behind her or in front. And I think I'd probably go round in a circle. Just don't scare the sheepies, says Peter P. Carol Ann, my clothes will fall off in a moment, says, ha ha, Ha ha! Emma, can't wait to see his reaction to that. Could be plums escaping, says Diane. Well, it could very well. Well, not in my swimwear. I mean, it said swimwear, didn't it? Now, my swimwear is very different to my everyday underpinnings. Oh, Neil and Sophie, says Alan. Sorry to hear about Neil's loss, but I know he's in good hands, sending them hairy Scottish hugs. We went to Napoli, says 69, and it was amazing. And 69 says, had to learn Italian or starve. Yeah, well, yeah, you would. Yes, hello again, says Mustard. You're all rather lovely. Bellissimo, says Matron. Was Boaty reading from the workshop manual for a Fiat 500? No. No, I wasn't, Andrew. Yeah, it might amaze you, darlings, but I do have smatterings of other languages. Yes, I can talk crap to you in well, you choose. I can talk crap to you in French, Italian, Mandarin Chinese, Italian, Ukrainian, Welsh, French, of course. La français, c'est la manque. C'est la manque. Welcome to Wednesday's midweek mayhem, says Ian Hully. Hope everyone is feeling fine and dandy. When the weekend comes, you can call me Mandy and fly me. Lived in Ukraine, says Carl, as you do. Well, I did. Ukraine's on my bucket list with a metal detector, says 69. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's, well, obviously Ukraine is very different at the moment, given the awfulness that's going on there. It was, God, you get some funny things, don't you? When the Russian invasion first happened, the BBC filmed a piece in the square in Kyiv. Call it what you want: Freedom Square, Independence Square, Communist Square. It's gone through various names. I used to live like 60 yards from the center of that square, and amazingly, in one of the earliest BBC pieces that were broadcast from Kyiv in the very early days of the invasion, they interviewed the girl that that I lived there with. So that was a bit of a what's that? That was a bit of a weird thing to say. Hold on, let me just open this. Have a look. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, bless you. Chef, Chef, oh God, Chef Daniel has just sent a PayPal thing with a message for the cheapest pogo stick on Amazon. Love, Chef Daniel. Oh God, am I actually going to have to do this? Am I actually going to have to get my kit off and bloody bounce around on a pogo stick? I mean, there are limits, darlings. There are limits. I can't grumble. I can't grumble. This is this is being what's the phrase? Being I can't remember the phrase. But I've got Emma and Yvette with the damp baps. I've put them in enough awkward situations. It's only fair and proper that they do the same back to me, especially now that they're doing 2 against 1 gangy uppies on me. Hoist with my own petard. That's the phrase I was looking for. Yep, there's absolutely nothing on my wall, says Emma. that have no meaning to me. And I take thousands of photos to ensure I keep as many memories as possible. That is one of my regrets. I've spoken about this before, that with the divorce and other things, I lost some very precious physical photographs and memories, and I bitterly regret that. And I've said this before, when Sasha and I split up, and we were living together, and I was out. I was a singist at the time, as well as a car dealer and all of that. And she was going to clear her stuff out, and I just said, take whatever you want, not just your own stuff. If there's anything that means anything to you, take that too. And when I got back from the show that night at 4 o'clock in the morning or whenever it was, walked in, the place was bare like a bloody prison cell. And she took all of the, I don't begrudge it, but I'd love to have copies or something. She took all of the recordings I had, all of the radio stuff I did for the BBC WM, all of the stuff I did for West Midlands. She took all of the studio recordings that I made, all of the demos that I did with Vanda for the TV, and all of that, all of the studio albums we did, the newspaper cuttings, all of the media stuff, everything. And of course, that was in the pre-digital age, so it's not like shared. And I don't know if she took them because she'd been part of it and she wanted that, or whether she was angry with me for ending things and wanted to punish me. I honestly don't know. Probably the former rather than the latter, because Sasha is a good egg. We're still friends today, decades on. But I would love to hear those studio recordings. Those of you who, some of you will know that I did stuff with a lady called Vanda, who went on to become rather famous, but not in this country, in another country. And she and I were going to be the future of the singing stuff. Happened totally by accident. Happened at a mad little karaoke somewhere that I still went to, even though at that point I was a professional vocalist doing some quite big shows. But if I was free, I used to go to this mad little karaoke. And one night, I remember this as if it was yesterday. It was a Tuesday night at Spring Meadow in Droitwich. And this guy came up to him and he said, would you sing a duet with my missus? And I kind of went, because people asked you that and they could never sing. You're at a karaoke in a pub. And he said, no, she's a singer. She's a pro. We just happen to be here visiting, blah, blah. She loves your voice. Would you do a duet with her? And I said, yeah, okay, sure. So we did a duet on this shitty little karaoke in a shitty little pub. And my God, did she have a voice. And so she became a friend, and we started doing stuff together. And we worked really well together, and our voices worked together. And we did a couple of gigs, but mostly we did studio stuff because we thought we could go somewhere with this. So we started doing TV stuff here in the UK. And in order to do that, we had to do a lot of stuff. So we did a block booking in a really good local studio and laid down a load of studio stuff, which was amazing, really good. And then used that to get into the doors with TV and whatnot. And then she got her breakthrough in the country where it was Spain. I'll tell you, it was Spain. It's no secret. She got the breakthrough in Spain, where she'd been living and tried to do it, and it suddenly worked. And she got this incredible TV deal. And so quite rightly, she buggered off back to Spain, and that was all kind of shelved, and I had to go my own way. And that was when I ended up launching Grand Central Promotions, going down the corporate route, and obviously ended up buying out the entertainment agency that we used to do a lot of corporate work for. Why was I telling you about that? Oh yeah, because those are the bits that. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. Oh no, Sheeson. Yeah. Did Sheeson break in a way that would have been devastating on a motorway? If so, then at least they broke off road. I'm gutted. I'm gutted. Hopefully, somebody will take them on with a view to sorting it. It's a gearbox. The gearbox went, basically. CVT gearbox. Unexpectedly, no sign of it, no warning signs whatsoever. Sheeson drove as well as they've ever driven when I drove them over to the yard, and suddenly, boom. So, and I don't know if somebody will deem Sheeson to be worth saving in terms of putting a new gearbox in, or whether it's going to be a breakdown for parts and help other cars live on job. But I'm absolutely beyond gutted for me, for Sheeson, and for Mustard. Where in Scotland is Stiggy now? Asks Alan. Might I see him again? I don't know. Where is Aaron exactly? One of you will know. Oh, Stiggy went to Aaron, says Matron. That's excellent. It is. It is. I've been to Southumberland, says 69. Try working with an ex in the same workplace. Not pleasant, says Andrew. Well, yeah, indeed. There's a receipt in the bag if you want to swap them. Plus, the Lemon household might like the veg, says Carol C., who is responsible for the sending of this package here. Boaty, you told me you've had 9 engagements, I think. Yeah, well, that's why I corrected myself. I wonder if they got rings. Yeah, they did. They did. You can have a ring. Tell me your ring size. 9 down. What's one more? Yeah, there were a few engagements, but in my defense, I am somebody that wears my heart on my sleeve. I'm many things. I have many faults, but I am loyal, faithful, and yeah, I'm loyal and faithful. I've never cheated on a woman in my life, and I never would. I've never cheated on a man either, come to that. And I just tend to, how can I describe this? I don't know how to put it into words, really. I'm not afraid of things. I'm not afraid of feelings. I'm not afraid of emotions. So when I meet somebody and we spend some time together and we date or whatever, and things are going really, really well, and I love them and they love me, then I'm an old-fashioned chap. The idea of marrying them seems to be quite a good wheeze, really. So I have had a few engagements. I can't remember how many exactly. I mean, you've got to remember, I'm really, really old. There haven't been that many. God, Donna, Sasha, Layun, Ling Lee, Lisa. The artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty. Boo. I think there've only been 7. That's not too bad, is it? And they were all wonderful, healthy, loving, magnificent relationships. And they all ended not for, Hui, Chinese madam, of course. I mean, I didn't actually ask her to marry me. I didn't actually propose. She just assumed that we would get married because that's a culture thing, you know. We're living together. We are inserting parts of ourselves into each other. So that was it. We were getting married and I just didn't argue. That's one of the things I did wrong. I should have been a bit more less going along with things, and I should have been a bit more, right, this is how we'll do things. But there haven't been that many engagements. That's not a bad number for a man of my advanced years. Three more than me, says Andrew. 47 in the live stream. How many subscribers? 6,000 and something. No, I don't think so. Probably why they said no. Well, they didn't say no, Emma. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been engaged. I have never, right, of all of the proposals that I've made, nobody has ever said no to me yet. Obviously, the engagements that I had were engagements because I proposed and they said yes. So there was no saying no there. Now, admittedly, Bernard has never said yes, but she's never said no either. So technically, that's not a refusal. And Carol Ann hasn't actually said no yet, largely because, and I only discovered this quite recently, a couple of nights ago, apparently on that fateful live stream where I was told, apparently I didn't actually propose. Apparently I said I was a glass of wine away from proposing. And Yvette said, well, I'll wait for a ring. And Emma pointed out a couple of nights ago that technically was neither a proposal nor an acceptance. So a few nights ago on the live stream that I titled One Ring to Bring Them All and In the Darkness Bind Them, I proposed twice because the first one apparently wasn't good enough because I didn't go down on one knee and I didn't have one hand on the bloody hedgehog. But she hasn't seen those. So technically there hasn't been a refusal. So rings were bought and nobody has ever said no yet. God above, this was going to be a nice unboxing video, and all we've done is rattle on about my terrible childhood and my history of being engaged. Nobody has ever proposed to me, says Emma. True story. Ah, well, they have now because 69 just did. Will you marry me, Angel? And with an Emma tag. So, yay, my first proposal ever, says Emma. Thank you, 69 Phuket. However, I'll say no. See, that's why nobody's proposed to you. Oh, dear. Emma, you're engaged to me, says Batman Rubin. You've only just found out about it, though. The cruise, etc. game, says Peter P. Peter P would go on the cruise with Captain Horseradish, would marry Emma, and would have the one-night stand with Susie Sideshuffle, whoever that is. No, genuinely never been proposed to, says Emma. Me, the fool, was the one who proposed to my ex, Mr. Lemon. I shall go down on one knee, says Andrew, and ask the lovely Emma for her hand in marriage. Bestie with a beard, says Andrew, talking about mustard. Mustard is so sweet, says Peter. Matron says, I'm loving mustard, getting back into beasting Boaty. Boaty, any chance of getting a clock on the wall? Asked Stig. There's a clock on the mantelpiece in there. No, it wasn't a leap year, says Emma. I was just really young and thought it seemed a good idea at the time. A serious mistake. However, I did get 3 of my babies out of it, so I can't regret it completely. Mr. Stephen Paddy from Port Sunlight in the Whittle, the Leisure Peninsula, says, Carol Ann, I enjoyed your most recent video with your motorhome. Sorry, did not pay MOT. Enjoy watching your videos. Enjoy watching your videos. Why not even a pet rock boaty, says Andrew. Well, I'm losing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 69 had a stepdad. He was a brill hippie guy, taught me the music. I had a stepdad too, says Emma, and he was a horrible, horrible man. Some people have a shit upbringing, says Jimmy F500. Some don't. It's sad. I'm lucky I had a good childhood. I think I did. It's only looking back you think, well, yeah, that was a bit, but, you know, I was fine at the time. Yeah, Boaty didn't do any pogoing. Pottering was more his thing. Not when I was a kid, it wasn't. I've already told you all. I was the oldest virgin in the United Kingdom. Everybody I knew started at it way earlier than me. I won't tell you how old I was when I finally lost my cherry. It was, oh God, I was so old. Honestly, if I told you, you'd talk about me. I was so late getting to the party. I mean, I tried to make up for it since, but I really was late getting there. And I didn't have a clue. Not a clue. It's different now. People watch pornography. They're all clued up. They've got an idea, a wrong idea, a stylized idea, but they've got an idea of how it all goes on. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. The night that I lost my virginity with the girl that went on to become my first fiance, totally, utterly clueless. Now, this is about to get inappropriate, and I apologize. Literally, I had no experience, not even any theoretical knowledge. It hadn't been a thing on my radar. And again, looking back, I got friendly with this girl. I mean, you've got to bear in mind, right? I know this is really difficult for you to believe or conceptualize, but when I was in my early 20s, I was pretty damn sensational. I had a body like you wouldn't believe. I was handsome. I was tanned. I was a reasonably nice personage. And apparently, girls were quite interested in humping me. I just didn't know. I didn't know the signs of when a woman was interested in you, and I wouldn't have known what to do with it anyway. And this one girl, bless her, was, particularly, God knows how many I put off because they thought I wasn't interested. It's not that I wasn't interested. I didn't know anything. I was ridiculously naive. I didn't do any of the buggering about that a lot of kids do, behind the bike sheds and all of that. There was none of that. I literally didn't have a clue. And this poor cow who was determined to, she managed to engineer a situation. Looking back, this is laughable. She managed to engineer a situation where she stayed the night with me. She had to fake a car breakdown. She had to fake her parents' illness or something in order to spend the night with me. I know this is going to sound ridiculous. It's true. I promise you it's true. This was in my parents' house. So she's in my bedroom. We've got a double bed. And I just thought, okay, well, she's got to stay the night. She's got no choice. Her car has broken down, blah, blah, blah. So we get into bed and sort of have a chat. And I sort of say, well, good night, see you in the morning, sort of thing. And she's obviously thinking, what the fuck? So then she had to engineer a situation where it was necessary for her to take her clothes off. And that didn't work either, because that just, I'm just thinking, this is hideously embarrassing to recount. And eventually she just got on with it. She ignored. She just helped herself. There was no alternative. I didn't have a clue. I literally didn't have a clue. No idea whatsoever. And that was how I lost my virginity. It was taken. And my overriding memory of that, and please, if you're of a sensitive disposition, please stop watching now, because it's gone midnight. I've had a glass of wine. I'm about to be hideously oversharing and inappropriate. But I am not a circumcised gentleman. And that first bash at podgering, my foreskin inverted. Well, that had never happened before, obviously. So when the podgering was over with, and it went on a while, God, I looked down at my little tinkle, which is not as I knew it, not as I thought it should be. I said, "You've broken it. You've done something awful." Oh, God almighty, I'm 21 years old. And I remember going downstairs. I don't know why I went downstairs. To look at my little tinkle and think, what's gone wrong with it? What has this woman done to it? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. And that was it. That was my introduction to the delights and otherwise of podgering. But, I warmed to things quite quickly, darlings. And Donna and I began as a very willing student, and I soon became the master. And I never looked back. I apologize for that. You didn't need to hear that, did you? Oh, dear. Absolutely true. That's how it happened. Bless her. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I can't remember why, I did a stalker job. I hadn't thought about Donna for 30 years or something. And I did a stalker job and tracked her down on Facebook. Didn't send a friend request or anything, just had a look and thought, oh, there she is. That's nice. Oh, Lord. Right, let's get back to some comments, shall we? And the unboxing might have to wait. Mr. Oh, hang on. Boaty should have dressed up as Frankenfurter for Halloween. Mr. Paddy says, nice to hear that you've had a bit of a better day, Emma. We all love and enjoy you being part of the live streams. Absolutely. In the bag is a fold-up pogo stick, says 69. Who knew that asking Boaty if he had a pogo stick would lead to such a mammoth story? Yeah, well, ask me anything after 11 o'clock, it'll lead to a mammoth story. You can't ask a 732-year-old to go pogo. Quite right, too. I enjoy your competitive nature, says Mustard. You argue shit you don't agree with for the fun of it, and I enjoy the challenge. I do that. Yeah, Mustard, says Emma, but he takes it too far with that, my pilchard. And Mustard says, Emma, you can beat him at his own game. Oh, balls, I forgot to buy bug roll, didn't I? Oh, dear. I would pay money to see Boaty hopping about on a pogo stick, says Matron. Oh, dear. Carol C says, Emma, your live stream was very entertaining and went by in a flash. I'm gutted I missed it. I hate people doing live streams before me because I don't get to be part of it when it's live. I would honestly rather that they took my live stream spot instead, so I could watch and be part of it. Boaty, pound the box, open the parcels, go to bed, orders Emma. Yeah, well, that's good advice. Kind of late, isn't it? Okay, 1 box, £1. Pounded. Right, that's that. Let's get through the comments, then I'll do the parcels, then we'll bugger off. Is he, hang on. Right, I'm going to have to whiz through these, aren't I? Right. I'd love to do karaoke with you, Boaty, says Emma. We'll do that one day. Boaty is a romantic. I am. I'm an incurable romantic. Who's just done that? Oh, Pocahontas has gifted a membership. Oh, how wonderful. Hold on, I'm just whizzing through all of these now. Whizzing through them. Open the fucking parcels. I might just have to do that. Yeah, no, I'm not. That is not the live stream title, Emma. The night my foreskin inverted. Boaty's not really that naive, is he? I'm not now. I was then. He took to rogering like a duck to water thereafter. I really did. Oh, and Ty Spork got the gifted membership. That's brilliant. And I haven't caught up with the comments. I've just ignored most of them. Right, let's do some opening, shall we? And then we'll bugger off at past, darlings. That'll be okay, won't it? Right, so this is the package from the wonderful Peter. Oh, it's done up with gaffer tape. I'm going to need a kniffer. This has come all the way from Finland. That's really exciting. I don't take this for granted, you know. It's amazing that somehow between us, we've created this thing where things like this can happen. It's really extraordinary. Right. Oh God! Right, millions of polystyrene pieces. These are going to make a right old mess, aren't they? Hold on. Let's see if I can try not to make too much of a mess. Oh, a fridge magnet. Oh, brilliant. I'm trying not to let everything go everywhere here. I've just caught sight of what that is, and I am possibly the most excited I have ever been. Oh, that's Little Lemon, I think. I'm trying to do this neatly and tidily, because these little polystyrene chaps kind of go everywhere. See what I mean? Hold on, there's more. And yet more. Any more? Is that a thing? Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Right, okay. Oh no, there's another thing there. Right, let's see what there is here, shall we? Peter P, thank you so much. Okay, right. Oh, these look nice. Let me show you. Right, as far as I can tell, my finish is, well, you know, quite frankly, non-existent. But I think those are marmalade fruit jellies from your actual Finland, and those look rather fabulous. Then we've got, oh, hang on, that looks like me. Is that me? Peter P might need to tell us what we're looking at here, some of these things, or the significance of them. Some little chaps there. I mean, that one looks like me in my, I wonder if that's, oh, my eyesight isn't good enough. Is that me in mustard or something? Let's have a quick look at that. Right, comments. Yes. Oh, I was right. Yeah, 1/64th scale Boaty and mustard. Oh, that's going on my work desk. Then I think this is for Little Lemon, and that is a Matchbox Land Rover. Then we've got, again, this will be for Little, oh no, hang on. Hang on. Look, it's an Officer Crabtree. That is a Peugeot 407 SW with a panoramic roof. How fabulous is that? Oh, that's brilliant. Then we've got an air freshener. Oh, I love these. I can't wait until I can see them properly. Oh, I think that's a Peugeot air freshener for Officer Crabtree, presumably. And then we've got a book here. What's this? Oh my God. This is going to be, I can already tell, this is going to be one of my favorite books. I know nothing about it, but if you're a reader, then a book will talk to you immediately or it won't. And I'm going to love this. Right. The book is called 101 Very Finnish Problems. The Foreigner's Guide to Surviving in Finland. And I already love that, but just flicking through and seeing some of the chapter headings. I wish I could just go to the, when you meet the president in the supermarket and you don't know how to act. When the wilderness invades your life. When you queue for hours for a free bucket and they run out. When you discover your neighbor earns way more than you. When nobody else plays your favorite sport. I'm going to adore this. When you haven't got your own words for modern things. When you don't like strong women. And if you have a look, then they're all very short. They're all like 2-page things. When getting lost in the forest means you might die. When you're not really into blondes, this is going to be like the perfect toilet book. I already love this book more than life itself. And I am now going to become obsessed and obsessive about everything Finnish. I know nothing about Finland. I've never been there. The closest I've ever been is Norway. And I just know that I'm going to adore this. Oh, it's a Peugeot pedestrian safety reflector. Oh, and the model is a 407 with a tow bar modified to fit Mini Roger body. It has. Look, it's got a little tow bar on there. Bloody hell, this is amazing. And I'm keeping one to last because this one properly excited me when I caught a glimpse of it. Oh, is there another one here? Oh, there is. Oh, no. Oh! Oh! I'm going to start crying in a minute. Right. A picture stroke postcardy thing of Helsinki, Finland. And hi, Boaty. Here are some bits and bobs and a book for the upstairs library. All the best, Peter. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, that is so lovely. That is so, so lovely. Oh. And yeah. Oh, I was right. This will go on the look. It's a fridge magnet of Finland, and I adore this. I've got the fridge magnet board, and I love, love, love the idea of getting. I like to get fridge magnets. I used to do it with my wife. Well, my wife used to do it. More recently, I've started recollecting fridge magnets because all of ours were obviously left at the marital home. I've started getting fridge magnets from where I've been over the last year or so. So there's Matlock Bath, Great Yarmouth, blah, 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 blah. But I love the idea of getting fridge. Sean's lot do it for him. I love the idea of getting fridge magnets where my viewers or subscribers or members of the inner scrotum are from. So that is going to go in pride of place. That is a fridge magnet of Finland, somewhere I've never been, and yet I'm going to learn all about it. And there's an amazing connection there because of this madness. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I agree, Andrew. Peter P has now joined the legendary status. And this is the one I'm really excited about because this works on several levels. Right. Anybody who watches me knows that I love to have a brochure for a sales brochure for a car that I own. And I will try and track them down and buy them on eBay. Well, Peter P has gone one better. Here is a Peugeot 407 brochure. It's finished. How amazing is that? What an amazing thing to have in the file for Officer Crabtree. I cannot tell you how delighted I am with this, with all of it. Oh, I wish I'd opened these sooner now, instead of whittering on about my foreskin. I will talk about these more tomorrow because these are amazing. But for now, thank you so very, very much. And while we're on a roll, oh, it's the Finnish 407 accessories brochure. So that's what Lisa Vuristit means, accessories. There you go. I've learned my first Finnish word. Oh, I've got these. I've actually got these. Right. Those things there, those luggage net things, I've got those in the boot. They're in the compartment on the right hand side. So I've actually got something in there. Not sure if Carol C is still awake, but she will watch it back, no doubt. Here we go. This is from the lovely Carol C, and it's come all the way from Northumberland. Oh, now then. Okay, right. We have got, what are these? Christmas vegetables. So you got sprouts, carrots, purple things from Marks and Spencer's. And they are I can't read that. Oh, milk chocolate shapes. Oh, chockies. I'll share those with some people from work. Oh, that's lovely. And we have, oh, we've got a note. To Boaty, hope they keep you warm. Carol C. And we have thermal heavyweight socks. And they feel absolutely fabulous. My goodness me. Oh God, the prices on there, bloody hell, they cost a fortune. Dear me, I won't show you the price, but these were not cheap. In the correct size, 9 to 12. Oh, Carol, bless you. Thank you so very much. Now, again, long-term viewers know that I always complain when I'm in the yard in winter about my feet being cold. So these are going to be a big help. These will get me through the winter. How lucky am I? I love it all. I can't wait to get the fridge magnet into place on the fridge magnet board. I love that this is the first fridge magnet that I've had from one of you guys, from where you are from, and it's like a little extra connection. I get a little bit of you in my workspace. This book is just genius. I'm going to get so much pleasure from that. I love that there's a thing for little Lemon, who's a splendid little chap. This is just inspired, and warm socks. I couldn't afford socks like this in a million years. So I mean, this right here is the gift of warm feet, and you can't put a price on that. Oh, Peter, thank you so much. Carol, thank you so much. That's so lovely, so thoughtful. And, there are things there that I will enjoy for a period of time, like the chocolate vegetables and like the marmalade jellies. They won't last forever. And there are some things that I will enjoy literally forever, like the fridge magnet and the book. And they are going to be just part of Boaty's world, I suppose. Um, Evermore, really. Thank you so much, and thank all of you for bearing with me. It's so terribly late. I've gone on far too long. I do apologise. The receipt is indeed here if I want to change them, and I don't. I don't want to change them in the least tiny bit. I am utterly delighted because I'm delighted with the thought behind them, but I'm also delighted with the pleasure and comfort that I will get from them. So say your good nights, everybody. It is that time. I apologize for going on far too long. I apologize for oversharing and being somewhat inappropriate with the detail of things that I've given you. What else should I apologize for? I apologise for Emma stopping her live stream when I'm sure that many of you would have rather that she just carried on with it. A massive thank you to Chef Daniel for the renewed channel membership and for the PayPal pogo stick. Oh dear. I really am being hoisted with my own petard. This live stream of Emma's, I've been doing these live streams and I can say things about Mustard or about Matron or about Emma, and there's been no comeback. I've got away with way too much. I've been saying things about poor old Carol Ann, who had no idea that we all existed. I suddenly start talking about her buzzwams on a live stream, and suddenly she's sucked into all of that. Well, now it's very obviously payback, isn't it? The girls are setting up. Emma's got her live streams, and suddenly I apparently have to get my kit off, climb into my swimming trunks, and bounce around on a bleeding pogo stick. And serves me right. Oh, and of course, thanks to Pocahontas 100, who gifted the channel membership. Not the first one they've gifted either. So thank you very much indeed for your support, and thank you to you all for your time. And should we all just get something to eat and go to bed now? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? So, wishing you all a safe and peaceful night and a great day ahead, or at least a day that's bearable, possibly with a little bit of joy that can be taken here or there. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Take really good care of yourselves. Take care of those who you love and who love you. If you want the updates on the Airbnb and the car telephone and all of that, watch tomorrow's video. The Airbnb one, it's a biggie. It is a biggie. So don't miss that. Let me know what you think. And yeah, take really good care of yourselves. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, Thursday Night Live. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Much love from me. Can't wait to see you next time. Night love. And thank you again